Por nuk I kanë rënuar edhe I kanë ruajtur.
But it was the Albanians at that time that did protect these churches and did not let the Ottomans or the Turks destroy them.
Kishte me qenë më mirë që feja më nda prej politike,
I do believe that it is best for the religion to be always separate from politics,
se politika vetëm I bën dëm fesë.
because politics can only harm the religion.
Unë jam I bindën se edhe me këtë rastin tonë gjithashtu pasojat e një simpatie apo pjesëmarrje në politikë janë që kishat edhe janë rënuar.
And I do believe that the engagement in politics of the Serbian Orthodox Church in Kosovo has to some extent caused the anger of the extremist elements during the riots to kind of attack their buildings.
Po, kishte me qenë shumë mirë
It would be way better
që mu marrë më tepër me gjëna fetare,
for the religious leaders to really deal with religion,
edhe jo vetëm kisha, por edhe populli I serb I cili jeton në Kosovë,
and not only the Serbian Orthodox Church, but also the Serbian people in Kosovo
mu pajtue me realitetin e ri që është Kosova.
should finally accept the new reality in which Kosovo lives today,
Atëherë kishte me pasën shumë më tepër paqë,
so that we could come to peace sooner.
se për ndryshe si të identifikohet me politikën e Beogradit,
But for as long as the Serbian Orthodox Church is a frontrunner for the Belgrade's policies,
atëherë konsiderohet si anmike e popullit shqiptar.
then it may be considered as well. It may be considered a political enemy as well for the
E nuk është
people.
çudi që atëherë
in
do të
Kosovo.
atakohet.
And it would not be. It would then suffer probably attacks that it did.
Kosovë ka pasën shumë lufta vendet e kaluara.
Kosovo has witnessed and undergone many wars in the past as well.
Por popullata nuk ka qenë e implikuar në luftë.
But most of the time, the civilian population was never directly involved in creating the war.
Mjerisht në këtë rast është keq përdorur edhe popullata vendore.
Unfortunately, in the last Kosovo war, the Serb local population was used to get involved in the crimes that were being committed.
Shumë anëmiqësi.
And that's what has created more enmity.
Jam I mendimit që ne si kisha katolike, si kisha ortodokse, çdo bashkësi fetare të merret më tepër me gjëna fetare e politikën të lënë politikanëve.
I do believe that we as a Catholic Church, the Serbian Orthodox Church, and other religious communities should be mainly concerned with the religious issues rather than politics, and leave the politics to the politicians.
Na si kish katolike kemi pas dëshirë dhe kemi bashkëpunuar me të gjithë.
As Catholic Church of Kosovo, we have always been open to cooperate, and we have cooperated with all other religious
Gjithashtu
institutions,
dhe jemi të gatshëm që të bashkëpunojmë me të gjithë.
and we're ready to do so again now.
Por duhet që të kenë mirë kuptim edhe dialog me palën tjetër.
But we hope that in trying to do this, we will reach some understanding from the other side as well.
Ne do të kujdesemi për të gjithë, për të mirën e gjithëve.
We will do whatever we can for the good of everyone who lives in
To na
Kosovo,
obligojnë parimet e ungjillore.
because we're obliged to do that by our faith.
Shembulli I mirë I bijes tonë kosovare, Nën Terezës prej Kalkute.
The best example of this would be the example of the work and
Por
life of Mother Teresa,
Po, por gjithashtu edhe shembulli I mirë I Papës Madh Gjan Pali II.
or the example provided by the now late Pope John Paul II.
Letëm lejohet që edhe unë të thëmë bendimin e përfundimit çështës Kosovës.
In regards to the Kosovo final status, I'd just like to express my opinion finally.
Unë mendoj se nuk ka tjetër rrugë, jashtë rrugës pavarësisë.
I do firmly believe that there is no other option for a final status for Kosovo other than full independence,
Sepse pavarësia e Kosovës nuk e rrezikon askën.
because I do strongly believe that the independence of Kosovo would put no one in danger.
Besoj se kishte me kontribue për paqë, për qetësim, për parim edhe të mirën e të gjithëve.
Rather, it would contribute to developing further peace, prosperity, and economic development for the entire region.
Faleminderit.
And finally, I'd like to submit for the congressional record the statement of my colleague, Father Jean Zefi, about the history of the Catholic Church in Kosovo, with your permission, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection, it will be made a part of the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
About some of the objections that people have. Mr. DioGuardi had just mentioned the bugaboo of a radical Islamic center right there in Europe. And let me ask, we have some Christian leaders here with us. Are you worried? You know what's going on among your fellow Kosovars, and you know that they're of another faith. Many of them are Muslims. Are you worried about radical Islam taking over in Kosovo and your faith being some way jeopardized by radical Muslims like you see in Iran or with bin Laden?
Ne nuk kemi frikë që me të vërtetë do të vinë në islamizëm radikal. Por në qoftë se vazhdon një situatë e tillë, siç ka ardhur deri me tash, rrezikon me kapluar grupet e vogla, ndoshta edhe mu zhvillu përpara, por përndryshe nuk frikohemi se do të kenë ose do të mund të vinë në islamizëm radikal.
We're absolutely not worried that it will ever come to the point that we'll be overtaken by radical Islam. But I do think that if the status quo, is prolonged forever, then small extremist groups could emerge, and that could threaten to some extent. But I still do not believe that it will ever come to the point that radical Islam will over.
So his answer is, the longer that we refrain from letting the people of Kosovo have their rights to run their own country, the greater the chance that there will be radicalism will rise up among the Muslims.
Populli i Kosovës ka beson edhe mbështetet shumë në demokracinë perëndimore, veçanërisht në demokracinë e juaj amerikane.
The people that be true, I'd agree with you, and I'd also add that the people of Kosovo have always believed in democracy, and especially in the American democracy.
Në qoftë se I duket se me të vërtet nuk ka gjë për kësaj shprese të cilën e pret me ardhen prej Evropës perëndimore apo prej jush, por ma konkret kishte me thënë Evropa nuk besoj se është në gjendje për me zgjidhur çështjen tonë politike. Jeni ju ata të cilët keni filluar këtë proces, edhe dëshirojmë, edhe besoj se vetëm ju mund ta zgjidhni drejt ashtu siç duhet.
But if this strong belief that they have had in the American democracy, but the strong belief that they have had in American democracy may vanish as time goes on and nothing happens, because their hopes have been so great that there will come a time that they'll be free and democratic the way Americans or other Western Europeans live. And that's what we do believe, that it is you, and I don't think Europe can solve our political problem, but I do believe that it is the United States, in which democracy we do believe in, that can step in and solve the problem so that our hope comes true, and then we do get to be democratic as you are.
For the record, Mr. Chairman, we have leaders of the Christian leaders here with us, people who should, if anyone fears radical Islam in their country, it should be these people, because they represent their congregations, and they are here telling us that an independent Kosovo is the way to go to thwart radical Islam. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
I thank you very much, Mr. Rohrbacher. We will thank this panel for your great contribution to this important subject, and we will stay in touch with you. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from each other. And thank you, Shirley, and give our best to Joe. Thank you.
I'll do that.
Thank you. You are excused.